So for this final step, we're going to go and create another Zap which watches out for when the contract is signed. So our previous step, we'd create the document and then send it to the client for signing. This second Zap is going to watch for when this document is completed, then go to Airtable and update the appropriate record. So if you're at this stage and you're getting the data through onto your PandaDoc, go back into Zapier. I'm going to go and make a Zap. Give it a name. This is going to be PandaDoc to Airtable to Slack, contract signed and completed. First step is going to be PandaDoc. Trigger event is going to be document completed. Press continue. PandaDoc account, make sure it's connected. The template, you can set it to run on a particular template. If you leave it blank, it's going to run on every single document you do. We're just going to make it run off this template that we created before. Press continue, then press test continue. What this is going to want to do is going to wait for a completed document. So in a previous email that you sent in the previous step, you will have a link to sign a document if you are sending it to yourself, and it will look something like this. We'll have the document with some pre-filled info, and you have one item to fill in. So if you press next, so we'll go down and we'll have to sign it. So I'm just going to sign this myself. You can select what your signature looks like, accept and sign, and then finalize the document. That will then save, and then tell PandaDoc that it's been completed. So you can also download it if you'd like to download it and keep it for your records, or obviously this will be client side. Hopefully in Zapier that would have picked that up, or we'll be in the process of picking it up. Just wait for a couple of seconds. Okay, great. So now you can see that the document's been completed. You can check your data, as I always like to do. Cool, it's been signed. Now go and connect Airtable. We're going to want to update the record, and we're doing it a different way around, and I'll show you why in a minute. But you usually go search and update, but if you update, then it will pull some fields in for you quite nicely. So if you press update record, just connect to Airtable, select your base, and select your table, sales deals. Now what we're going to need to do is add a search step, because we've just got some random IDs in here and we don't know which one corresponds to which. So just to make sure this runs correctly each time, it's going to add a search step. So press this button here, and then what this will do is pull in the value for you. So if you add it, connect your base again, connect your table again, then we're going to want to search by the value. So the value is going to be, I don't know. Okay, and this may work. So you press continue. Okay, so it's found the record in Airtable. Now you can update it. And now it's passed the ID through to this custom value for record ID. So it automatically matches up each time. Then, if you scroll down, you're going to want to update this sales stage. So remember, this is the update record in Airtable step. So this sales stage, we're going to want to change to the next step, which is going to be closed -1. So if you go in here and then type closed and 1, that's going to go and then update this field with this value. If you press continue, now what we'd expect now, before we press test continue, we expect, if everything works as it should, that this will trigger, then this will go and update this value here. So let's try it. Test continue. Okay, so fingers crossed, if you go here, it won't be in this view anymore. Okay, great. So it's not there. If we add another view, I'm going to call it 1, we filter by where the sales stage contains closed and 1. Cool, we now have this value in here. So step by step, just to explain this once over again, document gets completed, find the record in Airtable, update that record, and then for the final step, let's just add a Slack notification into private channel. This could be like a private team channel or whoever's responsible for sales, or a public channel, whatever you want to do. Put this in the MakerPad team. Deal done with, and then Adelo. Whatever your favorite emoji is, send us a bot. Add your favorite emoji, of course. Could link to this app. No. Obviously set this to however you want. You can include the file and the contract here as well, but just going to keep it nice and simple. Test to continue. Perfect, that's all work. If you want to go over and check that it's come through into the team, great. So you can show you this quickly. Deal done with Adelo. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's a nice one to have that's going to automate a lot of your sales processes. If you can insert these documents at different stages in your pipeline, it's going to save you a lot of time kind of manually generating these and manually trying to email them out and attaching and then losing them. This is going to keep everything in order. It's going to save you a bunch of time and hopefully proves valuable. If you've got any questions on how to send this up or to figure out which version of PandaDoc you want to go on, message me directly on Twitter at Tom Osborne or inside the MakerPad chat at Tom Osborne as well. If you're watching this video and it's later than December 2019, this may already be rectified, so just double check. But hope you enjoyed it and speak soon.